website's jasonnewland.com. Please only listen when you can safely close your eyes. This is Friday Whispers. Whisper Friday. Whisper Wednesday. Whisper Friday. Yeah. Oh, Vinny's making his little squeaky sounds. Hello, darling. Hello, darling. I woke up just now, and Vinny wasn't in the bed. He was in the living room, sitting on, well, fast asleep on this seat. I don't know if maybe I woke him up. Perhaps I was making too much noise, snoring. I don't know. It's just got 5:30 in the morning. I went to bed about 9. And yeah, I'm okay. Had a few very strange dreams. Very strange dreams. I was I think I was at a holiday camp. But it was just weird. So I was at this place, again it muddled up with dreams I've had before. But it was a place that I was going to regularly. But for some reason there was bears there, big black bears, which we generally don't have in this country roaming around. Yeah, very weird. And I knew some of the people, seemed to know quite a lot of the people at this holiday camp. And I was learning, I was quite pleased with myself because I was learning some social skills. Learning from my mistakes, previous mistakes. There was one point where I was cleaning the floor for some reason. And I realised maybe it was the carpet or whatever, but I was enjoying cleaning the floor. Which is kind of true because I quite enjoyed using those scrubbing machines to make the floor nice and sexy. Buffers, they call them buffers. But then the floor turned into grass, which was weird. And there was another part where I'm having a lie in, but I need to get ready to back up and catch the plane. For some reason there was a plane to this place. And I realised that my bed is in the reception and all these new people coming in for their holiday were forming a big line past my bed. So I get out of bed and start to pack my stuff, and this kind of happened near the end of the dream. There was a man, I guess guess a manager or something, and he was moaning because my stuff was there, and I'd left my stuff last time. So I was a regular visitor, but I was leaving bits and bobs like books and DVDs, hypnosis courses, things like that, for some reason. And I said, don't worry, I'll clear it up. So I packed my bag of my normal stuff, and I started to collect the stuff, and I was going to just put it in the bin. So that's what I did. I collected it all, walked to the public bin, dropped it in the bin, and then the manager came out and said, what are you doing? That's the cutlery and the plates. Why are you chucking our plates away? And I'm all confused. I said, well, I thought you wanted me to get rid of it. Yeah. I'm trying to think what else happened. Yeah, that's it. A couple of big black bears. One was in the ocean, and it was, well, I was near a beach, and I was watching it, and it was way out. And I said, either the tide's really, like, I don't know, some kind of weird thing going on where the water's really, really, really shallow, or that bear's wearing stilts. So I didn't really know how to figure that one out. Couldn't ask it, it was too far away. Too far away. And see, I've visited this stream before. There's been other times when I've gone and it's been some kind of dormitory situation, sharing a big massive room with other people, which is what I used to do when I was a kid. I have done since as well. I sort of, when I've been on Buddhist retreats, shared a room. Never liked it. Never, ever, 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 ever. Although it's one thing people complain about snoring. So I used to ask to be in the snoring dorm. The snoring dorm. Where everyone snored. And also everybody complained about snoring. Kind of ironic is people that complain about snoring are the ones that snore themselves. Always learning, eh? Always learning. It's Friday the 1st of August 2025. Yeah, today is the beginning of the month, is where I have bills upon bills. So I've had a few things taken out of my bank, a few more to come. I got the electric and gas bill went out today, or next few days as well. Then I've got the website bill, which is 50 quid, 60 quid, something like that. And a few bits and bobs. I visited Uncle Sausages yesterday. It's really weird because he's really not well, so I'm not going to focus on that. But where he's staying is a nursing home, and it's lovely. The grounds themselves. I mean, there's peacocks there. I've actually took a little video and I took a picture. In fact, I might try and use that picture as the cover for this recording. The thing was nearly as big as me. Absolutely huge. I thought it was going to be all kind of shaky and I didn't want to go outside in case it flew away. I don't know if peacocks can fly, but it didn't, it just sat there. Now, bearing in mind how huge it is, I don't think peacocks can fly, can they? They're too big, like ostriches. They're just too big. I think if a bird gets past a certain size, it's hard for it to fly. I mean, I know some birds are big, which do fly. I mean, eagles, swans, they fly, don't they? And they're huge. Vultures, they fly. The swans fly. I think they do. Pterodactyls, they used to fly, didn't they? Swans, do swans fly? Think so. But this pheasant, is it a pheasant? Not a pheasant. What do they call it, when someone's being prideful? Peacock, that's it. Beautiful, beautiful bird. And yeah, I took some pictures of the bird and took a little video of it. And it was just outside Uncle Sausage's door. You can get in the door. You walk through the place to get to his room, but he's got a door that goes outside as well. Unfortunately, he got to the care home, the nursing home, too late to be able to appreciate. Appreciate's probably not the correct word, but he didn't get to see how nice it is, because he's pretty much unconscious most of the time, or all the time really. So that was weird. So I'm in this really nice little room. The staff are really nice. I mean, it's a little bit out of the way, this place. as is where I live, but this is even more out of the way. A really nice area. It's about an hour walk from where I live. Still the same postcode, funny enough. Well, the same, not exactly the same, but the same sort of area, postcode. And it's a really nice little area. In fact, it's kind of somewhere that I could live, It's just nicer than here. Loads of places to walk. Your dog is a whole. They got this park or this forest, which has got a 999-year lease. So over the last 150 years, because it used to be a mess. Now apparently, I was reading this plaque, and they've turned it into this really beautiful place. So yeah, I mean, there's nothing to stop me from taking a little knobby up there. The thing is, by the time I get there, I'm going to be knackered because it's an hour walk. I'm not going to be wanting to walk through the fields, am I? Or through a little forest. But yeah, it was nice. And then on the way back, I got a lift. It's like, wow. I got a lift back. Not right all the way home, but one of the nurses or care workers just gave me a lift to near where I live. It was, yeah, it's very strange being there. See, that's the kind of work that I would have liked to have been able to do. But at the same time, it's the kind of work that I don't think I'd be able to do emotionally. So it's a certain skill set. You need to be to do that kind of work. I'm saying this like I know what I'm talking about, but I think it's kind of obvious. You need to be caring, like really caring. You need to want to do the job as a kind of a vocation. As a life ambition, or I don't know, a calling maybe. So I could probably tap into that side of things, although it's never been my life's ambition to be with people at the end of life, so that's, otherwise perhaps I probably would have attempted to do it. So that's never been my life's ambition, my calling. But I would argue that I do care. I'm a caring person. Okay, here we go. Come on. There as a hero if you look inside my pants. But the other side, and I'm really minimising it because I don't know enough about the job, but from what I can see, there's the other side, which is being able to emotionally deal with that situation and continually deal with it. And I don't have it. I don't have what it takes for that. I don't believe I have. So maybe I'll just continue making recordings. Maybe that's where my thing. Maybe that's what I'm supposed to be doing. Maybe this is what I'm supposed to be doing. This and some of the other things. Maybe. You never know. I did like the idea of being a nurse when I was younger. Being like Mother Teresa. Devoting my life to helping people. I mean, in my own way, I have done that. It's just a little less dramatic, a little less noticeable. Perhaps a little less helpful. Now, I love the idea of feeding hungry people, and I've done that. I did that in Thailand, and it was brilliant. But I was the one buying the food. I got ripped off by the people cooking the food. And once the food was gone and the money was gone, that was it. It was not very sustainable, but a great experience. Maybe in some kind of small way, what I do, this, making recordings, is my way of helping others. And that's why I'm doing it. That's why I've devoted 19 years of my life to this. It's just sometimes, I think, especially when I do these type of recordings, like, non-therapeutic, non-hypnotic recordings, it feels a little bit like I'm just being self-indulgent, just talking about myself. And I wonder how that could be of any use to anyone. But this is also, let me bore you to sleep with tried to keep it going, but it's been sporadic over the last 6 weeks, not very regular, although I did keep the Q&A Fridays pumping out until last Friday and this Friday. So I've not asked for any questions the last 2 weeks. But all being well, I will continue with the Q&A Fridays next Friday, all being well. And the other regular Let Me Bore You to Sleep days, such as Monday's Boring Objects, Trivia Tuesday, I suppose, and Q&A Friday, and Whisper Wednesday, they will all be back, hopefully. Now, I don't know, because as far as the Whisper Wednesday goes, this new thing, this new routine that for some reason I've started, where I get out of bed, I take my acid reflux tablet, and then I make a recording and do a whisper vlog where I just update on what's going on, what happened yesterday, what did I dream about, and then I talk for maybe 20 minutes, half an hour. And that's it. Then I have my breakfast. So I've been doing this for, I think, 3 days in a row. And I might continue. I always feel different when I just wake up compared to how I feel, a few hours in, or midday, or in the evening. First of all, I'm awake, probably providing I've had enough sleep. This is the most awake I am. It's also pretty quiet. I can hear the pigeons, but other than that, I heard someone going out the front door earlier. I'm trying to think, yeah, it's quite early, so it's probably, yeah, someone downstairs. So the council have taken back Uncle Sausages' council flat. They've not officially taken it back. They're given a month to get the place sorted before they move in, or before they take over, but that had to be done because you can't have the rent paid cost of a nursing home paid, because that has to be financed as well. So I think if someone moves into a nursing home, they have to give notice for the council property. It's a month's notice or something like that. There's not much in the way of boxing going on this month. In fact, there's only one. I think it's the 16th of August, and that's Dillian White against Moses Aduma. And that's it. I mean, there's a couple of others, but no big occasions. There's a big one in September, which is Crawford against Canelo. That's in, I think, September the 12th, I think. Other than that, Chris, Eubank Jr. and Conor Ben, I think they're fighting again in September. And in November, or maybe October, there's some boxing. There's a good night. It's David Benavidez is defending his light heavyweight title against Callum Smith. So David Benavidez is one of my favourite boxers. They call him the Mexican Monster. Now, it was not a criticism of him, but he doesn't fight enough. But he's been hanging around, waiting to get his hands on what's his name? Canelo. But Canelo didn't want him. He didn't want to fight him. And David Benavidez, he held the world title 2 times at super middleweight, and he was also the interim world champion at super middleweight as well. And he waited, then he waited, then he waited, then he waited. And Canelo wouldn't fight him. He ended up fighting other people that were also waiting. And it got to the point where it was almost just for those that wanted to be world champions. There's no point sticking around the super middleweight division, because Canelo has it tied up. And also, if he decides to go up a weight, all the belts still stay around. Because he's a superstar boxer, the different organisations pandered to him. They let him do whatever he wants. So if he doesn't defend his title for over a year, because he's where the money is. I am looking forward to that fight with Crawford, because Crawford is a special fighter. Yeah, it'd be an interesting fight. I'll be interested to find out what Fabio Wardley is going to do next. Not David Price. Wow, I've forgotten his name. David. His surname's gone out of my head. He beat Bosch twice. The Romford Bull. David. It's not David Hay. It's not David Price. David something. Anyway, he's going to be fighting Mejimirov. So I can remember that, but I can't remember David. So that's, I think, in October. So there's a few occasions, but the biggest one really recently was the last weekend or the weekend before, which was Daniel Dubois against Usyk. And it was a bit of an anticlimax. Just how easily Usyk won. Like, he easily won. It wasn't. Yeah. That's it, really. I'm going to have my breakfast. Because I deserve it. I deserve to have my tummy rewarded. I don't know what I'm going to do today, because I did my laundry last night. I didn't realise that I'd run out of tracksuit bottoms, so I did them last night, and I don't think they're dry enough to wear, and I can't go out with these on. I have to go. If I'm going to go to a place like that, I need to be clean, and I need to be wearing clean clothes. It's just, yeah. If I don't go today, maybe I'll go tomorrow. Yeah. That's quite peaceful. Although my stomach's now letting me know. Feed me. So